compassion. We want to like compassion would have started with letting her the fuck never be viable. This woman unalived for nothing. This hospital for ego.
Exactly. I'm gonna keep it simple for you men. Would you want it to be your daughter? Would you want it to be your mother? And they making an experiment. Let's keep because it don't hit home. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not in their back porch. So no, think about it. Super. Think about it. No, you. Right. No, that's why I'm asking the question. Super. As a parent, I don't know. You never said if you had daughter, but would you want your daughter? Right. Picture you as a father being in her father's shoes, and the hospital is telling you no. Wow. See, would you want that to be the mother of your child and make that decision, but be forced by a hospital telling you, no, we don't care how you feel. We don't care about your religion, who you are, your color, creed. No, we want to experiment, and you got to pay for it. Would you, no, sir, super, would you sit down happily and take that? Or would you want somebody to rally and stand up behind you like that woman's family wants? A lot of people like, oh, it didn't happen to me. It's not my choice, but it is your choice. Yep. You have a voice to protect the people. He said if he could do it with his body, he would.
That's a lot.
He will volunteer his daughter, his mother, his aunt, his sister. His mother, his aunt, his sister. But that's the thing. No, that's why. No, again, that's why. Because again, a man cannot give life. No, y'all talk. No, y'all talk like this, but have mothers. Would you have this conversation and talk to your own mother the way you talk to random women on TikTok, the way that you do?
Juicy, they know
that's what baffles me.
It moves through a woman. Yep. They know that.
Right. Ashley, it's your turn.
They know that. They know that for sure. Now, I was trying to address somebody that was up here earlier. I think it was the guy that was talking about, like, birth rate and all that nonsense. And I just wanted to come up here quick and ask him, well, what they got to do with us?
It's gone.
No, it's gone. But like I just told you, see, he knows that nothing moves unless it moves through a woman. Exactly. That's why they're trying to take our rights away. This is exactly why, talking about, I guess, I believe July 1st it is, they're going to try to take the woman's rights of department away.
Yeah. So, right.
Yeah, so I'm not really effing with these niggas. Like, it's time to get strapped up. We're under attack. We're definitely under attack. And I don't care what these men talking about. Oh, it's good men out here. Good men would not be letting this happen.
Exactly. Wait, hold on. Right, but hold on. Let's backtrack. Didn't a man just in the Job Corps system that was helping underprivileged children and caused them to be homeless now? Especially young boys. What boys from man? From Job Corps, they go to Job Corps to get a trade. So why? But remember I said they don't take kids. They don't have children. A woman didn't end that program. Y'all talk bad about single moms, like, but hey, some of us single moms had to send them off the Job Corps. So, just making sure they good. They making sure they got insurance. They making sure they good. It's the dads that ain't doing that. I'm so over the single mom talk. We already know what it is. Y'all are mad that the moms are actually taking care of them kids. Y'all want them out and it's fucked up and not having nothing. Because who would be mad at mothers for taking care of their kids? Like, that's just, and then to turn around and say, I'm pro-life. Oh, like, what? You pro-life? But you mad as a mom for giving a kid life and taking care of him, even though the dad don't want to? What the fuck? Anyway. Because you know what? But you know what? You're right. Hold on, just like, have we heard from the father of that young lady in Georgia? He did. I've been kind of reluctant to look at it, but he did say something. Actually, there is a reaction from him. But when I seen the son and he was crying, holding her, right. That last bit before they pulled the plug on her, and that baby crying and just holding her, trying to hold her. I know he wish he could have jumped on that table. Cause I would have probably done it, but I'm like, if he wanted to jump on that damn thing and just hug his mom, I wouldn't have felt. I wouldn't have. And on her birthday. Well, he did that on her birthday, yes. Right. Well, he normally knows to celebrate his mother's life is now tied into her unaliving. Yes. They got forever. That shit on. Yes. Yeah, okay, that's the other reason why the family. That's the other reason why the family is upset. By the time the hospital decided to go ahead and pull the plug, yes, they waited to her birthday. And the story is getting sadder and sadder. Oh yeah, it's like it's really a terrible thing. It's they have a lawyer. They have a lawyer. They so. When you're grieving really hard and you have to try to fight the system while you're grieving, I hate that so much. They're actually in the process of looking for one right now. Yeah, but they're actually asking for somebody to do it pro bono. They need to do it pro bono because they already have to fund. They have to pay for all of that. They have to pay for her being in that hospital, them artificially keeping her alive, everything that they're doing to that baby. They are making them pay for everything. They are putting that family in debt. So I ask you, Super, are you okay with that? Are you okay with this family being put into debt because they chose a fetus's life that more likely was not going to be valuable, that more likely wasn't going to live anyway, right? They chose that over that whole family. So you believe that life was more important than the whole family and her?
I have a question for Super too, if he doesn't mind responding.
I got a few more, but
because he said he pro-life, right? Since
he did say he's pro-life, and
of course,
say that it's okay. Hold on, answer this one. Hold on, eat that. Don't lose it.
You
come off of mute. I would like for you. I can't get him. I don't know what's going on. It seemed like since you got Mount Howard, I lost. Man, I don't know what's going on. And Catalina, can you try to unmute Super? I think he has to be invited off of you. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm split. That's why it's even a debate in the first place, because there is a dividing line between all of this. I don't see where the right and the wrong comes in on this. You have an opinion, I have an opinion. I'm not trying to say your opinion is wrong. I do understand where you're coming from. I get it wholeheartedly. I get it, but I'm always going to be pro-life. Life is like, okay. Hold on. Wait, before you get with me. Can I say something real quick?
If you were okay with that mother losing hers, how are you pro-life if you're okay with the mother losing her life?
See, that part
I'm still waiting, by the way.
When I watched it on the news, that part about it, they said the mother had just died of natural causes. I didn't know what y'all were talking about, that they didn't try to protect her, help her.
It wasn't natural causes.
That's what I'm saying. It was educated on it.
So It wasn't even a big, so maybe now, but putting him in that situation, in an unfavorable, unsafe situation, and making it so that they will forever have to live like they are living. Being able to do what you and I do. They're going to be able to they will never be able to live a life. If you
And a little glimpse, a little feel of basketball fever. These fans are feeling it in anticipation of this big game. Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. And tonight, we've got the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Golden State Warriors here in Chase Center. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And how about we check the numbers for Stephen Curry?
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past.
And it's Doncic in at the one. And for the Warriors, in the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Daniels in at the 3 spot. This is the most wonderful time of the year. Christmas and the NBA. All wrapped up, Greg, into one beautiful package.
It is, partner. And as a player, it was always an honor to play in those Christmas Day games. And now it's an honor for us as announcers to call them. It's one of the best days on the NBA calendar.
And here's the fast break. Shot from free throw range. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Painful to watch, guys. You can see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
Yeah, they had no answer for it. They simply got outplayed and outworked.
And that one's good. Daniels.
You know, Steph Curry is not always looking for his next shot. He's got a selfishness about him that's inspiring.
Now here's LeBron, who's coming off a 37-point game against Detroit.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
Now Daniels, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. Count it. Daniels has got his second best of the game.
Going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Now here's James. Hard to imagine, but the stats are tremendous as he averages close to 27 points a game. Doncic. And it's Daniels with the rebound. The Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Pass to Podziemski. His three-pointers off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Doncic with it. Kuminga picks him up. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by LeBron.
Don't know what you're thinking, but you got to get out on that or Luka's going to cook you.
We passed year 20 for LeBron James. Of course, how is he still doing this?
Well, I'd love to find out, but he's got a combination of remarkable DNA and obviously a tremendous work ethic and attention to detail and taking care of his body. But some of it is, it's a blend of good fortune and a lot of hard work. But he's played at a level at his age that I never thought I'd see in basketball. It's different in other sports, but to do what he's doing on the court is amazing.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
So far, he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunity.
LeBron outside, out to the wing. Now, Finney Smith. 8 points his last outing. Daniels with it, and Hachimura picks him up defensively. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Warriors with the rebound. And the win streak sitting in an astonishing 29 games. A monumental team achievement.
Guys, I tell you what, they're playing some of the best basketball that I've ever seen. I mean, they look virtually unbeatable. The key now is they continue to try to strive for consistency, to be ready to handle whenever the next loss does come up. That's going to be the key, bouncing back when they do have somebody in this streak.
And he can't hit the second. And really, Clark, Luka Doncic is a one-man wrecking crew on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's special. His IQ, his size, the way he can make shots against tough defense. He's got the lean back. He's got the crafty moves. And I think he's a lot stronger and a little more athletic than people give him credit for being. I mean, without a doubt, he's one of the most unique and best players that we've seen in the game.
And that one's good. Daniels on the wing. Reeves. He's defended by Pajemski. No good from LeBron. Daniels with it. Working on James. Daniels kicks to Curry. Daniels with it. This game an incredible scoring display for him. Banked in off the glass.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hi, Kevin. Well, he, in the last game against the Pacers, had a huge game. He scored an incredible number of points, and as his team has come to expect, he was a major factor from deep. Those are eye-popping numbers he put up. Couldn't possibly top that tonight, would he? We'll find out together. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him. Might force him to adjust or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Vanderbilt's checked in for the Lakers. Both free throws good from Daniels. And one thing the Lakers are so adept at, Greg, inverting their sets to have different players start the action.
Yeah, it takes a high level of basketball IQ to do that on the fly. Makes defending the Lakers a nightmare. You never know how they'll attack you.
Now, Moody, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. Daniels with it, working on. Oh, my, what a play.
And forget about finesse. This becomes all about the power.
Reeves outside. Back to Doncic. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Kuminga's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Back to Doncic. Shoots over Curry, and the Lakers with another miss.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Daniels, no good. Lakers trail by 9. Pass to Reeves. And here is LeBron. Takes a 3. And another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Reeves outside.
In the check. Instead of trying.
Back to Vanderbilt. Trying to find Hachimura. Gets it to him. Pocket 6. Pass to Vanderbilt. From deep, Reeves. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Daniels has got 5 rebounds tonight. Curry dishes to Daniels. Great D that time from James.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Here's Vanderbilt. Reeves outside. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Drills the three-pointer. Doncic has got 7.
You cannot give Luka any space out beyond the arc because he'll make you pay every time.
Daniels passes to Curry. Here's Daniels. James defending. And that one's good. Daniels.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Gary Payton has checked in for the Warriors. The Lakers also making some changes. Lance checked in for Hachimura. Goodwin comes in for LeBron. And it's Gabe Vincent in for Doncic. Daniels, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Reeves with it. Defended by Moody. Pass to Vincent. The 3. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
You know, he may have a scorer's mindset, but Reeves makes plays for others, too.
Here's Daniels with the drive. 2 points. That one goes. Daniels has got 25 points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And that one drops for him.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists tonight.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Vincent finds Reeves, and it's Goodwin in the corner. Connects from 3-point range. Goodwin's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
That's a high IQ pass by Reeves. He sets up the guy who's most open.
Daniels. And he uses the glass on the way. That's 29 points for P.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
And here's Reeves outside. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Warriors ahead, up 8. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
I'm stopping that because that's so much misinformation. I'm over it. 1, I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't even know. I keep going out because the
And
amount
we welcome you back to NBA action,
and
a great
prioritization
tradition,
on
Christmas Day basketball. Here
nobody
on
is
2K
going into Jack Dillon's spot. You came in ignorant, which is why you had your opinion. It was based off of ignorance.
And a moment
So
to
you
look
were
at the
informed.
scoring approach in
Also,
terms of
the
where the
information
points
you
are
were
coming
given,
from.
you
And
choose
for
to
the
remain
Warriors.
ignorant. This isn't a
Getting
question.
downhill has
This
really
isn't
been
a maybe.
impressive to me.
And this isn't a
9-7
whole.
from the
Well, you're
outside.
delivering.
They're
You
going
speak
right to the
nicely
rack.
to me, so I'll consider what you're saying. If I have to say nicely that they mutilated, abused,
spreading the
harmed
wealth
that
and
woman,
creating
because I'm saying it
some offensive
easily enough to you, it
So on
can't
the floor for
process
the
in
Lakers to
your
start the
brain
second
that that
quarter.
was so unethical
You've got
and wrong,
Austin Reeves.
and that there is no
Jordan
way you
Vanderbilt
can say
out
this
there with
quote unquote
Goodwin.
life is
Then it's
precious,
Alex
because I
Lamb,
promise
and
you.
it's Vincent in at the point guard
For
position.
a lot of you
Reeves throws that one down. Held nothing back.
None of you are donating to the care. None of you are risking
Here's Daniels.
that
He's
life and
defended by
taking the
Reeves.
burden of taking, and I'm
Jacks
saying
up a
burden.
3. And the
Because
3
that's
is
what it
knocked
is.
down.
Y'all
Deep ball, good, and a nice shot
y'all
from
tell
Daniels.
women all day long, shit.
He has his
to give
fingerprints
birth, you won't step
all
forward. What
over
is it
this
supposed
first
to
half.
be?
He is just shooting it so
Lunches removed,
efficient.
which again is law. So I guess why your standard is so big.
Vincent, the pass to Reeves.
Lunches is gone. The healthcare
Goodwin.
Americans, they want to pull
Three-pointer.
back and take it back all the way to
And
the
it's
agent.
Looney with the rebound.
If they're over 7, it doesn't quite work. That's just because
And here's Daniels. He's got 34. Clean passes to Daniels. Golden State moving the ball around.
That women I know, it could be unfortunately me one day.
Here's
Could be
Daniels.
put through this because here's the reality.
Now with another
When
bucket.
I say she was an
They've been
experiment,
going
that's
to
not
him
me
an
not
awful
doing
lot
all
this
that.
game,
When
and
I
you
say
can
she was
see
an
why.
experiment, that's not
He's
that's me
pouring
just
it on.
me saying it, that's not me inferring it. Do you know they had this conversation about
Here's
using
Vincent. 5 points in the game.
back in, I believe it was 2013 or 2015.
Now,
When I
Reed.
saw this conversation, it was when I
Lenz
realized
has a
that on
screen for Reed.
my driver's
Bangs
license,
home the
I couldn't
trifecta.
put organ
Reeves has got
donor
5
because
points
they were
in the quarter.
deciding
I
back
love
then
when Reeves
when they
has
were
the ball
talking
in
about
his
organ
hands. He's
donation if they
crafty,
could
and he
apply that to a
always
woman's
seems to
uterus.
make things happen.
They want to know if they
What
could
is it
apply
about
that, but
Austin
instead
Reeves'
of
style of
removing
play
it and
that
putting
makes
in
him
another
such a
node, the
good scorer?
conversation was in
I
fact
love
about
the fact that
using
he
them
can
as
change
incubators,
pace
as
with
living
the dribble.
that conversation
He's
has
not
been a thing.
super fast, but
He
he's not
was
slow
an
either. What he
experiment, not a
is
maybe.
shifty
This was never
and
about
smart. He's got
preservation
good
of life.
size, good
They
ball skills,
truly
and he's
saw
got a
an
nice
opportunity to
mid-range
victimize
jumper.
and
All of
utilize,
that
and they did.
allows him to
And
keep
they're
defenders
they're
off
the
balance.
fact that now
It's
there's a
close to
fairly
making
one
the defense
functioning
pay for the
life,
lax
if you
coverage
will.
that time.
And let's head over to the
Cannot
sideline
breathe
and
on their
catch
own.
up
Can't
with
be
David
punched,
Aldridge.
can't be hugged.
Hey, Kevin,
Cannot
we all
get
know the
in the
Lakers
skin.
have
It's
to
suffering
pound the
from
ball
failure to
inside.
provide.
LeBron James
Because
says
it will
we
never
have
get that. And
attackers.
by any
That's who
some
we are.
miracle,
That's
if you
what
want
we
to
do.
call it that,
We're not
it
shooting
does
40 to
survive.
50
It
threes
will
a game.
never have a
We don't
life.
have the
It
luxury
will
of
never
being
know,
working it
understand,
into the paint. That's what we're really good at.
and
Kevin, they play
and you're
to their
saying, saying nicely
They
enough.
got a lot of strength.
You're so
Gotta
focused
do
on
it.
how we're
Thanks,
saying
DA.
it versus what we're
Here's
saying.
Pajemski.
And if they don't,
The 12-point lead, their biggest
don't
of the game.
apologize because
Payton with a screen on Reed. Here's Daniels. And good. There's another.
It's unbelievable. He's now 5th in the number of 40-point games in a single season.
One of the more bankable scores this league has ever seen. You have to marvel at his consistency. His scoring has been eye-opening. Here's Daniels. He has 40. Closing in on 4 minutes play here in the second quarter. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Looney passes to Hield. Second chance shot. That layup is good as it's up and in from Daniels. Daniels has got 44. Lakers trail by 18. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants to check in with
I
his
was just
team
thinking
and
after you.
regroup.
what was it going to say?
I was just thinking about that. Like, a baby when it's inside its living, alive mother, that mother is sending cells, sending on signals. It's able to hear things through the, mother's, way that the mother hears, eat what the mother eats. It's like, even past that level to the spiritual level, it's like, what the heck? Like, it's not born of something that's alive. It's literally born of something that's not here anymore. Like, that's like some Antichrist stuff, man.
Yes, thank you. Right, and that's why I keep That's why I keep asking people, the grown people. It's giving the owner. Right. Sorry, it's giving horror story. It's giving. This is the makings of a motherfucking horror story.
It exactly is because if the baby was living, and I don't even. Okay, I'm just saying. If the baby was living and breathing without the
to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James, and their game plan is working. And we'll be back with you shortly.
And with All-Star Weekend approaching quickly, here's an update on how the dunk contest contenders are shaping up.
Definitely some explosive guys on this list, but there's plenty of time out there for someone to grab this spot. Maybe even Elevator Ernie.
Yeah, that 50-inch vertical don't lie.
Neither did those shorts.
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Warriors.
They're doing
to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. A fantastic game from P in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical.
The Kings after this game, and that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Daniels out there with Kuminga. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5 spot. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Here's Reeves after the made shot from Daniels.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yep, it counts. 48 points.
Defensively, guys,